Hey there, YouTube. It's me, Miss Moxie22, also known as Candace, my birth name. Listen, if I make a video once a year, I'm gonna pat myself on the back because let me tell you, just once a year is like hard. But I had to come on today, and commemorate the fact that it is my 8-year surgery. Woo! Okay, I made this video already, and then YouTube told me no, and then it deleted it, and so I'm gonna try and do this again and try hopefully not make it too long. So anyway, first I want to just the regular stuff. I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy 8 years ago today. My highest weight was 347. I did get all the way down to 181 at some point, but I was in my 20s when life was different. I am definitely not in my 20s anymore. And now I weigh 230, 40, I don't know. I haven't weighed myself in a while, and I'm going to tell you why. So I want to thank a bunch of people, just in general, that have new subscribers and people who are leaving comments on my page and my videos, because I really appreciate hearing your point of view and you sharing your story, and it makes me really glad to know that what I am sharing connects with some of you and you're able to relate, and it makes me feel like I'm not alone in this journey, and I often hope that you don't feel alone in it either. So even though I'm making a video only once a year, you please continue leaving comments and whatnot, and I'm gonna do my best to, I read them. Trust and believe I do read them. I just can't get on here all the time like I used to. So that's that. But I have, I guess, a couple takeaways in terms of the past year or so, because I've made a video or two since last year. So as you probably all know, I am a social work student at Columbia. I'm actually graduating in 4 weeks. Yes! And like most of you probably know, that my weight loss surgery journey kind of led me to that point, and my experiences and y'all's experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, the questions kind of really have inspired me to continue studying this in a whole different way. My goal is really to gain more needs assessments, and what is it that we're experiencing, what is it that could really help us, what other interventions are available, what kind of supports do we need, so on and so forth. And I've definitely got a lot of theories going, especially this year alone. I have really tapped into some areas that answered a lot of questions for me, that have also posed a lot of questions. I have, a bunch of friends and a bunch of followers that I just noticed our conversations are very similar, and just trends and things like that. And so I really just want to continue being a part of the community just in a bigger way. So keep your eyes out, stay tuned. You might see me on a TED Talk or something. That's really the goal, is really to share it and just bring more awareness to this community and what we experience. But again, a lot of it's coming from my own research and my own experiences, and the things that I've learned in therapy and so on and so forth. So anyway, I kind of want to be brief about this, but one thing I wanted to share is one of the reasons why I am I'm going to say that I have went back on the up scale, and up meaning feeling better, is because the kind of person I am, like I mentioned, I'm a seeker of knowledge. I want to find things to help me make sense of other things. So I'm going to go to graduate school and study. I'm going to read self-help books and listen to podcasts and read positive affirmations and astrology and go to church and talk to people. And that's just how I gain knowledge. That's how you learn, by experiencing. And one of the things that I do is I read these self-help books, and I follow a bunch of organizations and people on LinkedIn And they post a bunch of stuff about obesity and weight loss surgery, and just, I follow a bunch of people about a bunch of different things. But one time, a few months back, there was somebody who posted this book. I cannot remember what the author's name is, but the book is called Full from Within. It's like a thin green book. She's like a psychologist or something. And she deals with people who've had like weight transformations and weight loss surgery and so on and so forth. And they must have posted something on LinkedIn, a blurb basically saying, a quote was that, regain is the rule, not the exception. And I was like, what? Somebody would have told me that, I probably would have felt a different way about this process. But I read that and was so intrigued, because I was like, oh, well, if it's the rule, then that means that I didn't fail, that I thought that I wouldn't have gained it back. You know, like, it actually made me feel, it was very comforting to know that someone else that was studying this wrote that. And I was like, ah. So I ended up purchasing the book because I was just really intrigued about what she had to say. And there's like some workbook, something inside. And she also talked about, and this is pretty much why I really agree with, so there's like a cycle, right? And this is like anything in life. There is a cycle of change. Nothing stays the same. Nothing. Relationships, friendships, money, nothing stays the same. Like, I had my surgery when I was 25. Let me tell you, girl and guys, I am almost 34. My body is not the same. My money ain't the same. My friends ain't the same. My patience is not the same. My faith isn't the same. Nothing stays the same. It is constantly changing. And when we get that in our head, we might not hold on so tight to what we feel like this surgery has done, and surgery and or weight loss transformation has done, will do, is going to do, what was supposed to do, all of that is it's only temporary. All of it's only temporary. But again, it took me some time to get to this point, because let me tell you, I didn't think I was going to gain the weight back either. And although I haven't gained back all of my weight, I have regained, and I had to like get to a place where I was like not dying in the inside for that. Processing through therapy, through Facebook posts, through, writing stuff on WordPress, like just a bunch of crap. In social work school, whatever. So the book Full from Within talks about how basically the newness wears off. It's just like anything. Everybody's all excited right out the gate, and everybody wants to do everything right the first way, and has so much energy and so much patience and excitement. But then as you continue on in your journey, it starts to the newness starts to wear off. Just think about anything else, how, the honeymoon period goes away and it just becomes like normal. And that, from my perspective, is, that's when you start to get in the regain section, is when you're bored with your routine, you've got a lot of friends, you've changed jobs, so whatever it is, but something has taken the attention away, and you're already just kind of like, okay, this is like my regular life now. And then that's when you start to regain, we start like losing our minds, and so on and so forth. But the good news is that change is constant. So that means it'll change again. I don't know for you, like what you do to keep it back up, but it's taken me years to get back up off my ass, because I definitely fell into a depression, and you guys have seen my videos. I was like hurt, but I've just learned that who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, excuse my language, but like, if the takeaway of this is that you're going to change and things around you are going to keep changing, there's no way you can stay the same. There's no way your weight's going to stay the same. It's just not going to be. But what you can do is love every single stage of you at that time. So I was like at a 10, 12 at one point. I was feeling myself. I was not happy when I started to be like a 12, 14, but then I got happy at a 12, 14, and I was feeling myself. And I, now I'm at like a 16-ish, Definitely was not happy with that. But then I started to buy clothes that fit my body for this body, this version of my body. And I, again, am feeling myself. I have gotten to a place where I'm not weighing myself because I really don't care. But I do want to be healthy, mind, body, and soul. And I am exercising again. I am exercising without weighing myself because I'm basing it off of how I feel about me. It's not about the scale. It's not about the scale. The scale will screw you up. Those of you who are in the beginning of your journey, I get it. I get it. Weigh yourself, whatever you got to do. Those of you who are a little bit further out, who have like a different relationship with the scale, you know what I'm talking about. And those of you who have like come to grips with the fact that you don't really need the scale, that's where I'm at right now. Where I'm just kind of like, I have a scale, the battery died, and I was just like, oh well. Like, I guess God didn't want me to know how much I weigh, so I'm just gonna rock out. But don't get me wrong, I have really bad days sometimes, and that's why I see a therapist, because sometimes I need to process it, or I need to like let it out a different way, or I just want somebody to hear me, because a lot of times we just want to be heard anyway. And our weight is just like it's just an indication of wanting to say something, to express something, and not doing it. That's really all it is, at least in my opinion. So if you don't have a therapist and you kind of feel like you need somebody to talk to, go get one. Trust me, it's more common than you think. And if it's not, I mean, trust me, there'll be people that'll be, it's more common than you think anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm 8 years post-op. I definitely just feel like I've grown as a person. I'm very, very, very grateful for the opportunity to have had the weight loss surgery. But it's not who I am. It's just something that I did. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And again, it's just gonna be, it's just part of, you know, my story. I mean, so I don't really have any more to say than that. I just feel like I'm going to continue to explore things for us, and, you know, bring them to you as they begin to unfold. I will be attending the Obesity Action Coalition in July in Colorado. So if anybody's thinking about going, they're really great conferences, and they're a nice way to like network and just, you know, connect with other people, professionals in the industry, as well as patients. It's cool. And, you know, again, feel free to shoot me a message and anything like that. I'm just finishing school, so it's kind of like now I'm trying to find a job and try and get into this industry, and it's really hard, guys, because social workers are not in bariatrics. But I'm gonna change that, because I feel that it's necessary, and I feel like social work has a lot to offer our population, and it will really help us out on the other end. And anyway, so and if anybody wants to like network with me, like let's chat it up. I'm here in New York, but listen, I'm looking to move up out of here if I can get it, if I can do that. But anyway, so that's all I gotta say. I hope everybody's doing well. And keep watching, keep following. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook. My name's Candace Moxey, CandaceMoxey. I don't even know what my Instagram name is. I don't even really want to be plugging myself right now, but anyway. No, but I'm gonna plug myself just in case. It's Miss Moxey, MissMoxey. That's me on Instagram. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. All right.